Good morning and welcome to the second part of our video, that is work, power and energy. And in this session or in this video we will discuss about what is energy, what are the different forms of energy and how they are interrelated. Whenever we hear this term energy, the first question arises in our mind is what is this energy? So now each one of us is familiar with this term. Energy is ability to do work. You must have heard so many times that I don't have energy to do work now. I am very much tired or I am lacking energy. So energy is simply the ability to do work, and it is directly related to the work as we need force to do work. If you want to move something from one place to another, then you need to apply force, and to apply force you need energy. So here we can say both energy and work are interrelated. Energy exists in the different forms. So as in the form of mechanical energy, heat, light, sound, nuclear, electrical and so many other types of energy. But today here we will discuss mechanical energy in detail. So the energy possessed by an object due to its position or the state of motion is called mechanical energy, and it is further of two types, kinetic energy and potential energy. Now what is kinetic energy? The energy of an object due to its motion is called kinetic energy. So whenever an object is moving either with a slow speed, with a high speed, from the upper to lower or from height to low direction, so the energy in that particular object is kinetic energy, and it is denoted by capital K dot E, where K denotes for kinetic and E for energy, and this is equal to half of mv square, where m is the mass and v is the velocity of an object. Moving to the potential energy. Now the potential energy is the energy possessed by the object due to its position, configuration or its shape or the size, and it is always denoted with PE, capital P dot E. It is further of two types, elastic potential energy and gravitational potential energy. So now the elastic potential energy is the energy possessed by an object when it is stretched, compressed or bent. For example, when we stretch the catapult of the or this bow, right? So it shows elastic potential energy, whereas the gravitational potential energy is the energy possessed by an object due to its position above the ground. For example, if I am trying to strike a nail with a hammer, so when hammer is in my hand and it is up, so the energy in that hammer that is up is gravitational potential energy. Now gravitational potential energy, let's say the m is the mass of an object, h is the height. So now we know that F is the force. F is equal to m into g, where m is the mass and g is the gravity, because we are whenever we pick up a thing, it work opposite to the gravity and gravity act upon it. So here d is the small displacement, it is equal to height. So now we know that work is equal to the force into the displacement. This we already knew this. So W is equal to, W here is the work done, W is equal to m into g into h, where m is the mass, g is the gravity and h is the height. So in nutshell we can say W is equal to mgh, and this is the expression for gravitational potential energy. Now moving to the next topic. So gravitational potential energy depends upon the two factors. First one is the mass of the object. Greater will be the mass, greater will be the potential energy stored in it, and the second one is the height at which the object is placed. Greater the height at which the object is placed, and more will be the potential energy stored in it. Thank you for watching.